Good afternoon, class. So today we're going to look at page 70 of Life. So please take out your textbook and your notebook and we'll turn to page 70. Okay, for students in 4E, we have covered question 1 and question 2 and the passage already. So you may skip to the latter part of this video in which we'll talk about questions 3 and 4, right? Or you can just watch this part again for revision. Okay, so let's look at the title first. Please highlight the word staycations. So when you look at the word, what can you think of? So what is the meaning of staycation? So obviously it looks like two words, right? Stay. And what is the second part? Cation. So we'll find out soon. Okay, but we'll look at exercise 1 first. All right, so we will answer these questions. So please think about the answers to these questions by yourself at home. Okay, for example, number 1, can you name 5 important tourist attractions to your capital city? Can you think of 5 now? So the first one that comes to my mind is maybe the Peak, right? The Peak, and maybe Ocean Park, and what else? Tsim Sha Tsui, the shopping malls, maybe, right? And Admiralty, Pacific Place, and maybe on Lantau Island, the Big Buddha, right? So let's look at one website. Let's take a look. This one. So this is timeout.com. It's a magazine in Hong Kong for foreigners mainly. So we look at 10 attractions in Hong Kong. Okay, so the first one is the Peak. And then we have the Big Buddha on Lantau Island. And then we have Lan Kwai Fong. Have you been to Lan Kwai Fong? But you're not allowed to drink, right? So maybe when you're older, maybe to have fun, to relax. Man Mo Temple. I haven't been to this one before. Have you? In Shen Wan. And then Avenue of Stars. I don't think there's much to see there, right? Avenue of Stars in Tsim Sha Tsui. And then Temple Street in Jordan. And then we have Ocean Park, Hong Kong, and the Happy Valley Racecourse. And then Star Ferry, Sky 100 Observation Deck. I haven't been to this one before. Have you? Okay, Tsim Sha Tsui Clock Tower. Okay, Hong Kong Observation Wheel. Okay, and then Hong Kong Court of Final Appeal. Okay, that is near our school. Right. All right. And then let's take a look at the questions again. Okay, so 5 important tourist attractions. How many of these have you visited? Have you, and then question number 3, have you ever been on a bus tour or walking tour of the city? I have never been on any of these. So maybe when you have time, then you can do this later. Yeah. And then number 4, have you ever been to a famous street market in the city? How often do you visit the city's main museums or galleries? I just visited the Science Museum in Tsim Sha Tsui with my wife maybe a month ago. You know, we went there we brought our nephew there. He's just a baby. No, not a baby. He's just a 3-year-old boy. And then we had some fun there. Yeah. Okay, number 6, do you know the name of a good, reasonably priced hotel in the city? I cannot name one. Maybe Novotel in Mongkok. I think it's cheap. Okay, let's look at exercise 2 together. So are there parts of your local area that you haven't ever visited or feel that you don't know? Would you consider taking a holiday there? Okay, let me show you some pictures. I took these pictures myself. Let's take a look. Can you guess which area was that in Hong Kong? Let's take a look. Best photos. Okay, this one. Okay, can you recognize the place? It's in Hong Kong. A hint is it's in Kowloon, not on the Hong Kong side. Kowloon, yeah. All right, these pictures, I took these pictures myself. This one is obvious if you know the place, yeah. Okay, and then street market. So where is it? The last picture here. Okay, so this is in these pictures were taken in Sam Shui Po because I often go there because I live in Meifu and it's quite convenient for me to get to Sam Shui Po. There are many good restaurants there, and there are many small shops where I can buy electronics and maybe some cool stuff there. Okay, when you have time, maybe you can go there later, maybe in summer. All right. Okay, let's get back to your book. All right, let's look at the passage together. So I want you to highlight certain words when we go through the passage. All right. Okay, paragraph 1. You probably don't like the term staycation. Me neither. But you mustn't be put off. So please highlight the phrase put off. So what does it mean? Let's look at the dictionary together. Put off. I think it's somewhere here. Put somebody off. This one. To make someone dislike something or someone, or to discourage someone from doing something. For example, the smell of hospitals always puts me off. Okay, it makes you dislike something or someone. All right, let's go back. So please highlight the phrase put off. Let's continue. As a concept, it's quite attractive. Perhaps you have already had one, but weren't aware that what it was called. Staycations don't just mean staying and doing things around the house or just relaxing at home. They involve getting out more by taking day trips from your home to see local sites. If you don't want to stay at home, you can holiday locally, for example, camping at a local campsite. So pay attention to the grammar of this word. You can holiday locally. So holiday here is a verb, but of course, we use it as a noun normally. Okay, next paragraph. Staycations originally became popular after the financial crisis of 2008 when people were looking for ways to cut back on their spending. Okay, so financial crisis. Please highlight the word financial crisis. And remember, when there is one crisis, we use crisis. But how about if there are more than one? If there are 2 or 3? Okay, so please write this down, the plural form. For example, we can say we have 2 crises. So look at the spelling, right? 2 crises. It becomes S-E-S at the end. 2 crises. All right. Financial crisis. Financial crises. And then the second line, when people were looking for ways to cut back on. So to cut back on something means to reduce. Okay. And don't forget the preposition on, to cut back on something. For example, to cut back on the budget, right? To reduce something. And then, apart from the savings, let's not ignore the other benefits. You don't have any of the problems associated with travel, such as packing, long drives, delays at airports, and so on. And you bring money to the local economy by eating out, for example. The only people who hope this kind of holiday won't catch on are the holiday companies themselves. Okay, so please highlight the phrase, the word associated, linked with something, linked. All right, and then we have economy, and then catch on. So what is the meaning of catch on? You can look at the sentence and guess. The only people who hope this kind of holiday will catch on. So what does it mean? Catch on. Let's take a look. If something catches on, it means it has become fashionable or popular. Okay, catch on. All right, let's go back. The third paragraph. Some staycationers who base themselves at home like to follow a set of rules, such as setting a start and end date, planning their activities ahead of time, and avoiding routine. You don't have to do these things, but it helps to create the feel of a traditional vacation. Others, aware that an extra barbecue and a visit to the local zoo may not match the thrill of foreign travel, take it a step further. A recent example was Karen Ash, whose story appeared in the Wall Street Journal. So please highlight the word aware. You must know this word already, but I want you to pay attention to its part of speech. All right, so it is not a verb. Remember, it is not a verb. What is that? It is actually an adjective. Okay, so remember, it is not a verb. Aware. You cannot say I aware that. You have to say I am aware that. Okay, and then please highlight the word thrill here. May not match the thrill of foreign travel. So what does it mean? Thrill. Let's take a look. Something related to excitement. Thrill can be a noun, a feeling of extreme excitement, right? Or it can be a verb, to make somebody to make someone feel very excited and pleased. All right, so 2 parts of speech here. So thrill, to match the thrill here, it is a noun. It means excitement. Okay, next paragraph. A resident of New York, Karen Ash decided not to go to Japan as she had originally planned, but instead took a week-long Japanese vacation in her own city. This included buying postcards and souvenirs at the Japanese market, admiring bonsai plants, eating ramen, and even speaking Japanese when ordering, all without leaving New York. So please highlight the word souvenir and pay attention to its spelling. It's IR at the end instead of ER. Okay, souvenirs, you must know this one. And then bonsai plants. What are bonsai plants? So let's take a look. Bonsai plants. Bonsai. Okay, a very small tree that is growing in a small container and stopped from growing bigger by repeatedly cutting the roots and branches. So bonsai. All right, next one. Let's look at her itinerary here. Please highlight the word itinerary. Also involved joining in at a traditional Japanese tea ceremony, attending a taiko drumming concert, and watching Japanese soap operas on DVD. The ceremony as well. And then soap operas. Okay, so let's look at the meanings. The first one, itinerary, a detailed plan or route of a journey. So we should have an itinerary when we travel. Itinerary. So be careful, it is a noun. Okay, although it ends with ARY, but it is a noun. Please write it down in your book. Itinerary is a noun. And then ceremony, this one you must know this one, right? Ceremony. And then soap operas. So what does it mean? Soap opera. So remember, it's soap, not soup. Soap opera. Let's take a look. So AP, soap opera. A series of television or radio programs about the lives and problems of a particular group of characters. Okay, the series continues over a long period and is broadcast every week. So we call that a soap opera. All right, so why is it called soap? Why? Does anyone know why? I heard that because when we first had this kind of operas in the USA, the advertisers were soap manufacturers at that time. So that's why they have started to call it soap operas, okay? Because all the commercials, all the advertisements were about soap, okay? And then lastly, I don't think many people would want to take this much trouble to create their staycation, but you get the idea. Okay, so class, do you like the idea of staycations? For me, I think, I like that idea because I want to visit local places in Hong Kong. There are still many places that I haven't been to, so maybe if I have time later, I'll go there. All right, maybe in summer then. Okay, let's look at exercise 3. So please read the block now and then write down true or false for these questions. Okay? So now please pause the video and then find out the answers. And then when we come back, we'll check the answers together. So now please pause the video. Okay, have you completed all the questions? Let's look at the answers together. Number 1, staycations always sleep at home. Is that correct? It should be false, right? Because in the passage, it says that they can camping at a local campsite. They can also go to a campsite, so that should be false. Number 2, staycationers go out and do different activities during the staycation. This one is correct, true. And then 3, staycations have all the stresses of normal travel. Is that correct? I don't think it's correct. Let's look at the second paragraph. Third line, you don't have any of the problems associated with travel. Okay, so this one should be false. And then the fourth one, staycations simulate traditional holidays. So what is the meaning of simulate? Simulate. Okay. It means to do or make something which looks real but is not real. Okay, simulate. Okay, let's go back. So this one, correct, traditional holidays. I think it's true. All right. Then let's move on to exercise 4. Now use the information in the block to complete the statements. Okay, question 1 to question 4. Please do them now, and then we'll check the answers. Please pause the video now and find out the answers from the passage. All right, let's check the answers together. People first started having staycations because of, so what was the reason? It should be because of the financial crisis, remember. Okay, so of the financial crisis in 2008. Right, and then number 2, staycations are good for the local economy because, why is it good? Because people spend money, right? So people spend money locally because they will visit local sites, and they'll spend money there, and they'll eat and they'll buy souvenirs. And number 3, some people think that visiting local attractions isn't as exciting as, so it should be traveling, right? So it should be holidaying or traveling, holidaying in other places or in foreign countries, or traveling in other places or countries, right? And then 4, without leaving New York, Karen Nash was able to have a. So if you look at the last paragraph, she was doing very Japanese things, right? Eating ramen and then watching DVDs. All right, so this one, you can write down something like a complete Japanese experience. All right. Okay, so we have looked at the passage today. I think that's it for today. Next time we'll do the questions on page 71 together. All right, so see you in the next video. Remember, if you have any questions, you can email me via eClass. All right. Okay, so see you in the next video, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.